Hello, and welcome to SEGA News Bits. I'm Barry, with me is George.
Hello everyone in the audience.
I'm trying my best Shenmue English voice actor impression there. So we are talking about Shenmue 3's The Prophecy trailer, as well as the reveal of the release date. So let's get to the meat. The game is set to release to the PlayStation 4 and PC on August 27th, 2019, which is just about a year ago from now.
Stop right there. Are you really...
What?
You really think this is going to happen? You really think there's not going to be a delay on this release date?
I don't know. I mean, I could see it being delayed again, but I feel like they want to stick to this.
We've been waiting for like over a decade for this, right? But every time you hear, like when I heard the date, I was like, nope, it's going to be delayed. I don't believe it. Right away.
Well, believe it or not, it's still pretty cool that they released this trailer and made that announcement on the day that 1 and 2 HD came out. And so, I for the first time, I'm going to say that's a smart marketing move on their part for Shenmue 3. They've been making a lot of stupid mistakes, at least in terms of the marketing, but that was pretty clever. So, we've got this trailer, and what were your first thoughts? Like, do you think it looks good?
You know, every single time we cover this game, I always go off on it, and people get really angry in the comments, and they say I'm an idiot, which is true, 100% true. But I actually was impressed with this one. This is the first time when you could actually see it coming together. The other ones, there's always something missing. You're always like, but what about this? What about the facial animations? That's pretty important. And this one, it shows you off a little bit of that. There's still a lot of unfinished stuff. So that's what makes me very, like, I don't think it's going to be released next year in August. Because, like, even Land D had no facial animation, and, like, there's just not a lot of animation in this trailer. But I actually do like the way it's coming out. The graphics actually grew on me. There's still some characters where I'm like, oh, it looks a little iffy, but every single time they show something, it's looking better and better. So I'm hoping that come next year, we could all finally say, this is what I wanted, right?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
What's your opinions on the trailer?
I thought it looked beautiful. I mean, I think, you know, of course it's not going to look like Uncharted or something like that, but that scene with the boat looked very impressive to me. And also, I thought the clothing looked really nice, like all the embroidered things, like on Landi's shirt and or his cape or whatever you call it, and Rio's patches, and just like things, like certain pieces of their clothing will react differently to light than it does with their skin. And that scene where they're walking and like the floor has a little bit of water on it, I thought that was really cool. Now, there's some big things in this too. For example, Landi is in the game, but also we see Wu Ying Ren from Shenmue 2.
Oh, yes.
So he's back. So that's really surprising. And I'm clicking around here. I'm not sure, but it looks like the room that Landi is in is also the same room that Wu Ying Ren is in when Rio's fighting that dude, because it's got purple walls.
Yeah.
And there's like a guy who looks like a Final Fantasy character to the left while he's kicking Rio.
Yeah.
And there's just a lot going on here that I'm very intrigued by. Now, I think one thing I'd really like to see, who is that guy in Shenmue 1 at the end who's about to leave with you, but then he gets injured, and then he'll be like, he was like, I'll catch up with you.
Yeah,
remember him in the suit?
Yeah. And him and his dad work at like some like foreign warehouse when you have to sneak in. That guy?
Yeah.
I don't remember his name, but yeah, I know who you're talking about.
I'm really hoping he shows up. I think that would be very cool to see a character from Shenmue 1 and a character from Shenmue 2 who, you know, helped Rio on his journey, like these allies, show up, and then we have this like trio. That would be really cool.
But this isn't going to be the last game. We already had that confirmed in the previous article.
No.
So
yeah, exactly. And then Chai is in it too. Chai's in the game. We saw him in a previous trailer. So there's actually a lot of returning characters in this.
And it's pretty interesting because I always felt like the way that he structured the game from 1 to 2, or chapter to chapter, you always leave your comrades behind. Like Japan, you left all those cool people like Goro. Like, where's all the cool bros at? And then when you went to China, it's like totally different lifestyle. And I think he really conveyed that, even though now that kind of hardware is primitive. Like, I mean, it went from Silent Hill came out the same year that Shenmue 1 came out. So it's like that leap in technology, it's pretty insane.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I like where this is going. We're not going to get that leap in technology, obviously, because it's a Kickstarter game. But I just want to finish the story, and I hope this solves some mysteries. And if it adds a little bit of intrigue and mystery for another game, you know, I'd probably be down for it if this game is good.
So what do you guys think of the Shenmue III trailer? Did you think it was an improvement over the previous reveals? And how about that release date? Do you agree with George that they're going to be delaying it as well? And don't forget, we're on Patreon. You can check us out there. We have all these little tiers and rewards and things like that, so you can hang out with us there. And, you know, maybe
play a game of Lucky Hit.
Yeah, there we go.